Yup. Here we go. It is Friday, November 21st, and we are talking about the Amazon Influencer Program. To me, it is one of the greatest ways to make money online. The best part about it is it costs you nothing. All you got to do is get approved in the program, and you are set. There are two approvals, they're fairly simple. We did a full 60-minute everything you need to know about Amazon Influencer Program. That will be linked in the description if you missed it. Today, and every Friday moving forward, hey, looks like we got somebody in here. I don't even want to, I'll abbreviate it and call you Fazy, but thanks for stopping in. But every Friday, I'm going to be here answering your questions, whatever you want to know about Amazon Influencer Program. I'm here to discuss it. Otherwise, I'm giving you updates on the program, what's going on, how you can do better, tips and tricks. And I'll also give you my update on how I'm doing in the program. And as I mentioned last week, there are different ways to do the program. So the way that I'm running my Amazon Influencer Program doesn't have to be the way that you do. That's the beauty of the program. It's fundamentally amazing. You can do it as a side hustle, something for extra money to buy Starbucks, or a way to pay for vacations, or to completely replace your income. It's really up to you. So, what I will do to get started is just give you a bit of an update on what I've been doing, my progress, and kind of next steps for me. And then we'll get into questions and talk about the program and answer anything that you have on your mind. So, first of all, let's start with the last 30 days. At this point, I'm on a tail end of scaling. And for me, scaling means that I want to get my account to a certain level where I feel comfortable that I am where I need to be. So when I'm doing outreach to brands, um, when I'm doing outreach for partnerships, that they look at my profile and they say, hey, this guy's serious. And I think I have about 60 videos that are ready that just need to be uploaded and posted to the platform. And once those are up, I am going to take a different approach, right? So what I have been doing for the last couple of months is just recording any and everything I can, taking all collaborations that I can, all samples that I can. Moving forward, I'm going to be more strategic about the way that I manage my reviews. I'm going to look for items that are selling because ultimately they are free products, but there is some cost to it, right? So it requires your time to manage those products. Once you start getting a bunch in, you have to be organized. It's going to take you time to record the review, and regardless of how little effort you put into your reviews, there's still um, time and effort that's required. So, like for me, I put little effort into my reviews, and by that I mean I'm not editing, I'm not doing voiceovers, I'm a one take guy. And so, because I have so much experience making videos, I can get stuff done in one take. My editing is very little. Most editing is really clipping the front and the back to just get rid of stuff that I don't want. Every once in a while, I will edit slightly just to remove a place where I messed up. Otherwise, it's just low effort. But you gotta get it uploaded. You gotta tag it. You gotta do titles. For me, I have a YouTube channel, so that's working with my VA to get that managed appropriately. And then there's outreach back to the brand, right? You have to let them know, hey, we made a video. Love to work with you again, and hopefully you can get some more products. So there's a lot of effort to getting this done, and so at a point, which I'm almost at that point, um, you're going to need to be a little bit more strategic about your time, the things that you take on. And also, one thing that I have started doing more strategically is buying. So anything I need to buy, I'm strategically buying that. Right now, I'm testing out this new mic I just picked up, and I picked up this mic not only because I wanted a new mic, but I got the mic that was what I needed, but also something that I know that I can review, and then ultimately I can get on one of the carousels and start to earn commissions on it. And so when I'm using Viral View to check the viral score, sometimes that'll require me to buy something that's going to cost a little bit more, but I'm okay with that because I was going to buy it already. And the hope is that when I make the review, it'll either pay for itself or cover that additional fee that I had to pay to buy the item. And so those are the things that I'm going to start to do moving forward. At this point, I'm at about 350 videos. It's hard to tell because I also have shoppable photos, and I couldn't figure out. Maybe I can do that while we're on now. Exactly how many videos I had versus photos. So it's technically 393 posts, but I believe that that also includes the shoppable photos, and I think there's somewhere around 50 of those. So I'm somewhere in the 300 video area, and when I'm done scaling, I'll probably be about 350 or 400, depending on how many shoppable photos are in there. Now, as far as commissions are concerned, offsite, which you will see, unless you are a true influencer with an audience that will buy, you're not going to see a ton of money here. And the only reason I'm actually seeing money is because I have a YouTube channel, and that drives some traffic into the offsite program. And again, the offsite program, just if you're not familiar, offsite means you are driving traffic from offsite, off of Amazon, to Amazon in hopes that someone will buy an item and then you'll get a commission. But on site, which to me is the real opportunity, is you get videos placed next to a product on Amazon. And so that means you have tons of views, you have tons of warmed up customers who are ready to buy, and that is a lot easier to sell versus bringing in traffic from YouTube like I do it, or Instagram or any other platform. And again, so 46 cents offsite. Now, the exciting thing about offsite I love is that I just saw this today. I have 12 sales today. So those, or I think it was today or yesterday, but those sales have not hit yet. And so I'm not sure how much commission that's going to account for. But again, the offsite is very small. It's at 46 cents for on-site. So there are two pieces of the on-site calculation. So there is the commissions from Amazon. So when you get into the program, you are going to earn commissions from Amazon, and it's anywhere between 2 to 4% based on the category that your product is in. And then when you get to a certain point, it's just fairly easy. I think it's a couple of sales and a certain number of views or clicks to your profile or to your products. Then you're going to get accepted into Creator Connections. Creator Connections is where the unbelievable opportunity is with Amazon Influencer Program. And I say that because the 2 to 4% is great with Amazon, and in aggregate over time you can really see that grow to a great level. But what Creator Connections is done is allowed you to work directly with the brands, and there's a couple of benefits to that. Number one, you're going to get higher commissions, right? So you're going to get the Amazon commission if you sell a product, but if you're working with a brand and you're inside of the campaign, you're going to get an additional commission. And that commission can be anywhere from 10% to 50%. I've not seen it any lower than 10%, and I've not seen it any higher than 50%, which is absolutely insane. And so as you think about it, like the opportunity there is unbelievable. And what you'll see is over time, your creator connections will start to catch up to your Amazon earnings, and at some point probably overtake it. Now, I'm actually at a point where I looked at it today. My creator connections has surpassed my Amazon earnings. Now, for me, again, going back to my strategy, I don't really care about money at this point. I'm not trying to make a ton of money. I'm trying to scale my account, but there is some money being generated. And so over the last 30 days, I have generated, I've shipped 231 items. So those were purchases that were made after people watched my video. Out of the 1,940 clicks to those products, 11.91% have converted, which to me that's a really fantastic conversion rate, and that's generated $5,131.78 in revenue. And my commissions on that from Amazon is $145.01. And on a creator connection side, my revenue is $169, which, as you can see, that's just, unbelievable. It's already surpassing the Amazon number, which I think is great. And other thing on here I was just looking at, which, I mean, it's a metric, I mean, you can look at, but I don't know that it's super valuable. Or maybe there's a way to make it valuable, but it's just something to look at, is returned. So I shipped 231 items and there were 24 returns. So, when somebody returns something, that is going to come out of your commission. So it is something to keep in mind, but not truly a big deal. So it'd be one thing if you were a seller, but in this case, you are just a reviewer, so you don't have to manage returns or deal with any of that stuff. But it is something that will come out of your commissions, if you have any returns. And so that's my update for right now. Feeling amazing. I literally have a pile of items that need to be reviewed, and I'm not joking. It's probably like 50 items. I started a little bit before the stream, and I will continue after this. And I say it like that, it sounds like a chore, but it's actually amazing. And some of the things that I've gotten are unbelievable. I'm super excited. Like, I got some jewelry, that I gave to my son, and he's gonna be able to give to his sister for her birthday, and it's absolutely incredible jewelry. I just got this minimalist wallet, which is, comes in at just a perfect time because my wallet's trash, and also I've been wanting to have an air tag attached to my wallet for a really long time, just in case I lose it. It's attached to everything. I got one in my car. I got one on my keys. I got one all over the place, and I just never had one for my wallet, so that's great. Building a streaming and gaming center downstairs, and I've been ordering stuff for that. I got soundproofing, panels. I got a capture card. I got a bunch of stuff. So, again, the opportunity for Amazon influencer is just, it's unreal, right? There's the earning potential. There's the opportunity to get things that you need around the house. Anything I need around the house, I'm requesting on Creator Connections, right? And that's one thing I'll note. It's like, as far as when I get to scale and I start being a little bit more strategic about the way that I manage my account, I will not stop requesting things that I need for the house, because why should I buy it if I can get it for free, just for doing a review? So that's really fantastic. I got a cork board back there. If you have kids, then the need for a cork board and their pictures and their homework assignments and all the different things. I'm just trying to think. I got creatine. My buddy is trying to bulk up in the gym. I got so many pet items in the last week. My girl is going to love it. My good friend has a 10-pound Yorkie Terrier, and gotten food, gotten kind of medicine, shampoo. I got a little bed for the dog. There's so much stuff coming in. It's unbelievable. And the thing is, for you, as you think about this opportunity and if you want to do it, you have to understand that it is so attainable for anybody. I'm not special. I'm not an influencer. I don't have a massive audience behind me. One thing I will say, just being transparent, I have tons of experience making videos, so that part is easy for me. But what I'll say, if you don't have experience doing videos, or if you're an introvert and don't want to be on camera, that's wholly okay. I'm in none of my videos that I do for reviews, it's just my hands. I have here, I'll show you. I have this neck tripod, they call it, and this is how I shoot my videos. My iPhone attaches to this device here through MagSafe, and all you see are my hands. And so if that's your desire, that's your desire. I think there's probably some value to having your face in the video. I think it breeds a little bit more trust, but that's just not why I'm here, and I don't want my face to be in it, so I don't have my face in it, and you don't have to have your face in it either. And so there's really nothing that's stopping you. You can go all in and do this for 8 hours a day, and you probably get rich immediately. Or you can do this as a very small side hustle and do it to buy your kids extra, clothes, or have money for birthdays and holidays and things of that nature. The potential is unlimited, and it's completely on you. So a couple of things to discuss. I've been talking to friends about this, and one of the things that they've been asking me about is getting approved. And there are tons of nuance around that. And so for me, if we think about the two steps of getting approved, the first step is probably the hardest, but is very attainable and very doable for anybody out there. That is for the offsite. So the part I was talking about a little bit earlier, where it's a little bit harder, it's a lot harder, excuse me, to make money in that part of the program. That's the first part, right? And that is, it requires you to hook up your social media account to Amazon, and they will scan your account, and they will determine if they believe that you are a fit for the program. And what does that mean, a fit for the program? It's like, oh, Omar, you said I didn't need to be an influencer. Well, you don't need to be an influencer, but what they want to make sure is you have the ability to influence, right? And by that I mean, actually that's probably the wrong word. What I should probably say is that you create content that gets engagement. And so when they go to your profile, are there photos there? Are there videos there? Does anybody like them? Does anybody comment? Are you getting any views, right? And so that is all you need to show them. And once you get approved, they're not coming back to make sure that you're still, getting that same kind of engagement. Now, I do believe that they come back and check your profile. So whatever account you sign up with, that account needs to stay. Don't change your name. Don't delete it. Don't go private. Stay exactly the same. Because I have heard about people, getting their accounts banned or deleted. So you definitely want to use a profile that will be around in perpetuity. Again, I don't believe, I've not heard to date that anybody got removed from the program because they're not active on social media. They're not getting the same engagement. And getting that engagement is fairly simple. Won't go into it a ton here. We talked a lot about it on the last live, and I will link to that in the description. But also, there are two videos that I send to everyone to get approved. And there's a guy, and I'm blanking on his name right now. I didn't even prepare before this stream. And he does a really fantastic job. And that's the video I send everybody when they want to get approved for the program. So there's a video specifically about getting approved for offsite, which will tell you exactly how to get your social media account heated up. Now, you only need one social media account, so you're going to pick your main one, and he will walk you through exactly how to get approved for offsite. And as soon as you do that, there's a second video. Again, both will be linked in the description, about how to make your 3 videos. You have to make 3 videos to get approved for onsite. And this is just making sure that you can follow rules. Right, there are very specific rules on how to make these videos, right? Just certain things you don't want to do. You don't want to have barcodes in the video. You don't want to have kids' faces in the video. You don't want to have other products in the video. So effectively, it's find a blank table, find a background that's blank. So for me, I shot mine on a black, folding table that I use for parties and stuff. And I found a part of the wall that had nothing on it. It was just blank. It was empty. And I shot my videos there. And you're going to want to pick 3 products that you know very well, right? So this is not, you're not writing the script. You're not, like being real tight on screen. You just grab those products because you know them really well. You're comfortable with them. And you're going to talk about them. You're going to provide a review. So what would you want to know if you were buying this product? I think my 3 products were these safety balls that I got for my son, as we're trying to develop his skills in baseball. It was some hair gel that I use for my daughter's hair and my son's hair when I'm braiding it. And then it's a case, not a case, a charger that I'm looking at right now. It charges my iPhone, my AirPods, and my Apple Watch all at the same time. Now, those products I picked strategically because I know and I love those products, and I can talk about them without a script. And so that was very easy for me. I don't know if I did those in one take. I might have took a couple of takes on those because I just wanted to make sure that it was perfect. And it's not perfect, but it was as close to perfect as possible. The audio needs to be good. The lighting needs to be good. If you're going to do this in your dark, creepy crawler basement with no lights, you're going to get declined. Do this in an area, if you can do it during the day when the sun is out and it's bright in your area. You don't need lights. I say this program costs nothing. If you want to spend $0, you can do this program and still make tons of money. Do it when it's bright outside so you don't have to have special lighting. I didn't light mine. I actually did mine at night, It was probably like midnight or something, and I just used the lights that were in my living room, but they were bright, and you could see the products crystal clear, and it was perfect. Make sure your audio is amazing, impeccable. You don't want kids in the background. You don't want the TV going. You don't want any copyrighted music going. You just want to be there. It needs to be quiet, and you just need to make your review. You don't need a mic. You can use a mic if you want, but you do not need one. If you have an iPhone, I'm sure Android too, the phones are unbelievable. The video I get out of it is insane. I'm always amazed at the sound quality that I get out of it. So if you're gonna use an iPhone, a newer one, probably 15 or 16 and above, you're gonna be fine. I'm sure with the Androids, what is it, Samsung Galaxy, the Notes, all of those, kind of higher end phones, if at least it's been made in the last couple of years, it should be perfect. The video quality should be amazing. If you don't know about video settings, you should just Google it and see what settings do I need for high quality video. Now you don't need 4K or anything like that. If you have it at 1080p, that should be fine. And then just make the video. If you're gonna make a video, don't do it on vitamins or any medicine or anything like that, because that is one area where Amazon does not play any games. You don't want to make any health claims or anything like that. Otherwise, you should get approved. And here's the thing: 3 videos. They're asking for 3 videos. Make 3 videos. Don't make 4. Don't make 10. Don't make 30. Because every video you upload will get judged. And if you get declined on any of those videos, you're gonna have to do them over and over again, right? And so if you get declined on 4 videos, but you get approved on 6 and you made 10, it's like, oh well, I only need 3 videos to get approved. I should be approved. No, whatever you uploaded needs to be approved. So don't do extra work. Don't make it harder for you. If you only need to get approved on 3, just make 3 videos. If you make 4 and you get declined on the 4th one, even though the first 3 are approved, you're declined. You're not in the program. You're going to have to make that 4th video over. Key thing for approvals: the first step, unlimited. If your account doesn't have the engagement that it needs today, go make a bunch of posts today, tomorrow. You can try again tomorrow and might get approved. You can do it every day, once a week, whatever. And you can do it on an unlimited basis. But if you go to the second part for on-site and you get declined 3 times, you're done. You got to start all over. And so that is not what you want to do. You want to make sure that you get this done on the first try. And again, these links that I'm going to put into the description, they're going to tell you exactly how to get approved for both of those. Most importantly, the second part, which is the part you only have 3 tries to do. And so for me, I watched those videos and got approved immediately. I'll just give you a heads up. So I did try and get into the program last year. I made 3 videos, but one of the videos got declined. And for some reason, I don't know why, I couldn't tell you to this day. I just never came back to it. I was like, oh, I want to do this. I think this is great. It's a good opportunity. But I just never came back to it. And I heard somebody speak about it, Kate Peterson. And I was like, wow, this is a really great opportunity. I'm going to do it again. And that's when I started looking into Amazon Influencer Program. I found some different information, and I found the guy who I'll link to. And I got to find his name because I feel bad not giving him props. But you will see his video and you'll find his name then. But that should get you into the program. Like I said, the first part is a little bit harder, so that may take you a couple of different tries. But follow his information. He will get your account heated up to where it needs to be, and then you will get approved and go to the next part for the videos. If you follow his information step by step, you will get approved. That's not even a question. So I think the last thing I'll end on is scaling. So I was talking about this a little bit, and you may be like, well, how do I get going in a program? How do I scale up? How do I make a bunch of videos? And I think one, we'll talk, probably I'll make a video in particular just about scaling and get into detail about what that can look like. I think there are a number of ways for you to scale. I detailed a couple of those in the video from last week, which will also be linked in the description. But I'll just give you guidance on what I did, for today. And, we can get into some other options later. And obviously, we're going to have these Ask Me Anythings every Friday, so you can come back. You can always ask questions, and I'm happy to answer in particular. So, scale. And this is, I'll call it the Cade Peterson method of scaling, because when I listened to his talk, this was kind of exactly how he laid it out. So, if we think about when you're getting started, right? So, you're going to start with 3 videos, right? So, that's your first part of scaling. You got your first 3 videos in, which is great, right? To get into the program, you have to get active in the program. So you already got a running start. You understand how to make reviews and make reviews the correct way, because if you make them the correct way, you'll get approved. If you don't, you'll be rejected. So how do you start making more videos? Almost every house in America is an Amazon house. We all buy from Amazon. And even if you say, oh, Omar, I buy from Walmart, I got Walmart Plus. So do I. But here's the thing, and here's why you are also an Amazon house. Even if you don't even buy from Walmart or Amazon, anything you buy potentially can be on the Amazon website. And if the item is on the website, the item is reviewable. And so that's why almost every house in this country is an Amazon house. Unless you don't have anything in your house, unless you don't buy anything ever, then you're an Amazon house. And so your house is going to be the source of anywhere from 100 to 300 even more videos. And it's also an ongoing source of videos, because every time you order from Amazon, you are going to get another product that you can review that can be a part of the program. And so that, like, you're going to scale from 3 videos to 100 to 300 videos just in your house. And now, because of my strategy for this program, I did the, kind of shotgun spaghetti at the wall method, where anything that I could review that was on Amazon, I would review. There is a method where you're going to be strategic about the things you're reviewing. You're going to make sure that there's an opportunity for you to get on the listing so you can make money, that they're selling a lot. So if they're selling a lot, you have the opportunity to make more sales. For those first 1 to 300 videos, I'm saying I didn't do that, and you can take that approach too. I think it's a really good approach. We'll discuss those other approaches later and why those make sense for some people. But why I like this is for a couple of reasons. Number one is reps. I tell my son all the time, you need reps, right? You want to get better at baseball, you need reps. You want to shoot the basketball better, you need reps. And so that 1 to 300 videos, those are your reps. If you're an introvert, if you've never made videos before, these videos are almost like throwaway videos. You can make them, they can be all right, they can be amazing, they can be whatever, but you're gonna get practice. You're gonna get better every time. And if you're not, you have to focus in and figure out ways in which you're going to get better. Do you need a script? Do you not need a script? Do you need to edit? Do you need to take a couple of takes? Like, what do you need to do to get better? You can go to other Amazon stores, watch those videos, and see what they're doing, to find tips. But again, they're throwaway videos. They weren't for me because I've been making videos, but they can be for you. And this is hard for people to understand, if you go on and watch videos on Amazon, and I've done this, there are a lot of really bad videos. People who just shoot videos, don't talk, don't do anything. People who do like a 5-second video, oh, hey, I got this, and it's good, right? You'll be surprised at how many bad videos are on the platform. And so your first couple hundred videos, they may be bad to you, but they're probably going to be better than a lot of other videos out there. But by the time you get to 300, you're going to have a much better ability to make videos. You're going to have a process. Now, me, I'm at 300 plus videos, and I'm working on my process. I'm getting better with it, but it's starting to get out of control, which is why you need a process. I got so many free products, like you can't see it, but they're on my desk, they're on a box on the floor, they're on the floor. I got stuff over here that needs to be sent out to family members who want it, right? Because some of the stuff I don't want, right? It's beauty products and things for dogs. I don't have any pets, right? So you're going to build your process and figure out how to manage all the different things that goes with the program. And then from 3 to 500 videos, think about who's close to you, your friends, your family, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, a cousin. Tell them about the program and say, hey, I'm doing this program and I need some stuff to review. Would you mind if I came by your house and reviewed some of the stuff? Now, depending on who it is, they're going to be cool with that. They might not be cool with it. For me, I did my sister. Up next is my mother. I'm going to do her house. I use Viral View to scan her account. So now I know all of the best items to review there. So you can easily get another 1 to 200 videos doing that. And again, that's in perpetuity, right? Your friend is going to order more stuff. Your sister's going to order more stuff. Your mom's going to order more stuff. And when they order more stuff, you can review those things. Now, also, like if you can't find anybody to do it and they're reluctant, hey, you are going to make money off this over at a point, and by 3 to 500 videos, you may be making a decent amount per month, right? And so why not offer your friend lunch or some of the free products, or even $50? Like, hey, can I give you $50 to come over to your house and review some of the products in your house? So that's easily going to get you from 3 to 500. And also, again, in perpetuity, you're going to have those new items that are coming to their house. And you're also going to have in perpetuity the new items that are coming to your house. And so think about all the products that can be at their house. It doesn't matter which year they were purchased. As long as they're still on the platform, you can still post those. Now, when we're thinking about the stage where I'm at, right, this is I've scaled and I want to start to be more strategic. Now what I'm doing, and so the other thing that I'm missing is, so really, I mean, normally, like, they're telling you at 3 to 500 reviews, you should start reaching out to brands. I actually started reaching out to brands. No, actually, let me lie. I'm stop lying. I got on a platform called Levantra, which I'll leave a link for it in the description. And it's a great program because it connects creators like yourself and me directly to brands. It's like Creator Connections for Amazon, but it's just different platform, and you'll be able to do different outreach. I signed up for that program. I think I had 3 or 4 videos, and the next morning I had 6 organizations reaching out to me. So you can start getting free stuff immediately. Often people aren't going to look at your profile. They don't care if you have a YouTube channel. They just want to know that you're going to make a review, and if you do, they'll send you free stuff. And so if you don't do it that way and you want to do it the way that I was talking about, like 3 to 500, you're going to have a massive portfolio. You're going to be able to reach out with confidence. You're going to be making great videos. That's when you're going to start to do the strategic outreach to brands. And for me, what I'm getting onto now is where my outreach is going to be a little bit different, right? I'm going to be looking for items that I know that can sell, and I have some different software that allows me to figure that out. I'll share Viral View, but I'll keep the other ones to myself for now, because, and it's not like I'm trying to gatekeep or anything, but I don't want you to get too in the weeds with the details. And that was another reason I didn't mention that. I just remembered it. Another reason why I didn't want to be too strategic in the beginning. Right? I didn't want to be slowed down by looking at numbers, trying to figure out certain things. That's going to hold you back. And that's the reason why most people don't do most things. They get stuck in the analysis. They call it analysis paralysis. You think about things like, oh, I got to get this perfect, got to do this, and you never do it. And so I didn't want to do that. I wanted to make a ton of videos, and I wanted to get this thing to scale quickly. And I thought that programs and software were going to slow me down. They also cost money, right? And so if you're not making any money in this, and you're now spending money, like, what's the point? But if you don't care, you have money and it doesn't matter, feel free to pick up Viral View as the thing I would say to start with. And then you can add on to stacks from there. So that's the next part, right? And then, at this point, you can start to think about asking for money. I was interviewing a guy the other day, and he doesn't do anything that he doesn't get paid for. And he doesn't do anything that, just doesn't fit his, kind of protocol for items to review. And that's great. When you get to that point, that's amazing. But that's really my strategy for scaling. We'll talk about this more in depth on another conversation, another stream where we can talk about different opportunities for scaling other than the one that I'm doing right now. And so that's really it. I think we're gonna do these every Friday. If you have questions, come bring those questions. I'm happy to answer any question you have. I'll do kind of live updates on my progress. And one thing, a couple things I'll mention at the end of this. So number one, I have an email list. So if you want to join that and get updated on every time I'm going live or every time there's a new update, um, you can get that. I'm going to link that in the description so you can join that email list. Um, I will also leave the link for Levantra in there if you want to join. That's a creator community where you can connect directly with brands. And then the link for Viral View if you want to use a program that's going to make it a little bit easier for you to manage the Amazon Influencer Program. If you want to be more strategic, if you want to make more money, right, it will make you your money back pretty quickly. Check out Viral View. And then the last thing I will mention is I have an Amazon Influencer Program accountability group. It's small, just getting it started, but just a little text group, back and forth. I think it's great for motivation. One of the things that have helped me a lot in life is just putting myself around other people who are doing the things that I'm doing to kind of help motivate, to answer questions, and share experience. If you want to get in that AIP group, you can just leave a comment below. Effectively, you'll get my number and you'll be added to the group, and everybody will be able to reach out directly. That group is free. I mean, there's no cost to it. It's not going to cost you anything. It's just an opportunity for me to learn from others and also for you to come together with other people who are doing the Amazon Influencer Program. And then I forgot the last thing I will add. It'll be a link below. Actually, it's not a link below, but if you add yourself to the email list, I will send you. I made a quick checklist for people who are looking to get started in the program. So these are just some things for you to consider. That checklist is going to be free. I'll just email it directly to you once you sign on to the email list, and you'll be good to go. So thank you for your time today. I had a blast being here. And listen, Amazon Influencer Program is the greatest opportunity on the internet, and so there aren't a ton of people talking about it. I figured there was an opportunity for me to bring my experience to others. So I'm here. If you need me, just reach out in the comments or hop on that email list, and you'll have access to email me directly. All right, catch you guys later.